After so long of playing games with windows that are this big, it's so nice to see a full screen game. Yay! Lads and ladies, welcome back! My name is Jack Must Die, and this is Forest Stairs. I don't know if I'm supposed to be hearing stuff. This always freaks me out when I can't hear stuff, because who knows? Maybe it doesn't have audio, maybe something's wrong, I don't know. Anyway, as you can see, there's some stairs in a clearing. Oh, there it is. This short game made by Lachlan Shelton based on the Forest Stairs conspiracy. Now, I've not heard about the Forest Stairs conspiracy, so I have no idea what this is going to be. It just kind of reminded me of Slide in the Woods, which was unsettling. Enter. Oh, we're starting right here. Alright. I'm going this way. I cannot. Oh, I can't jump either. Can I run? No. I can just move at a snail's pace. Hold on. Nope, okay. Cool, I will just slowly inch my way toward these stairs. Walk through the grass. Oh, nice. That was way more entertaining than it should have been. Alright, up the stairs. Here we go. These stairs that lead nowhere. Can I go... Well, I'll go off of them forward first, and if it is like Slide in the Woods and I get to do it again, I'll go off of them backward. Nice. Alright, we're going again. That was exciting the first time. It'll be even better the second time. It's time to go backward. Look at this. Look at that. I can't tell what these stairs are made of. I'm sure it's wood. Yes, that's cool. Oh, whoa. Wow. All right. Up the stairs again, I guess. Whee! Just as exciting the third time. All right, well, let's see if there's anything else I can look around. Is that it? Do I just walk up the stairs? I'm guessing I can't go past these mounds here. Shoot, fam, I can't even get to these mounds. Well, that's a lie. I can. And I can go past them. Oh, no, I can't. Alright. Sideways this time. Here we go. Up the stairs sideways. Thought I saw bird poop on one of them. That would have been pretty cool. Heck yeah. Look at this view. Come on, fall off already. There we go. I'm curious, though. I'm curious. What am I curious about? Oh, right. What is the slide? No, stairs in the woods. It's forest. Stairs in the forest. Conspiracy. Let's do some research, lads and ladies. I can't open up my window fully or my screen will black out. I don't know why, but every time... Well, let's try it. Okay, I guess we're good for now. I don't know what's going on down here. Staircases in the woods explained. The staircases in the woods actually exist. Okay, hold on. What is going on here? Didn't mean to turn this into a research video, but here we are. Between the absurd, albeit sometimes creepy monoliths that appear and disappear worldwide, this is Signal Horizon, in case you can't tell. That appear and disappear worldwide. Okay, hold on. Between the absurd, albeit sometimes creepy monoliths that appear and disappear worldwide and abandoned stairways to heaven, the world is a scary place. Anyone who has seen one of the bizarre hidden treasures knows it is a one-of-a-kind experience. Many question whether they exist at all or are just a Reddit hoax by a terrific storyteller. Here are all of your questions answered about the staircases in the woods. I don't know anything about Signal Horizon, or if they're a reputable source or not. So, my bad if they are not, I guess. The stairs are an internet phenomenon that grew from the discovery of these weird structures. The stairs spawned an entire story from Search and Rescue Woods on Reddit. Let's give that a look. Look at the original source. I'm a search and rescue officer in the U.S. Forest. I have some stories to tell. Oh, here's part 1. Alright, alright. Oh, that's a long story. I don't know if I want to read that whole story. Okay, I don't see anything about stairs on here. Bearman's pretty freaky, but we're talking about stairs. We're looking for stairs here. Ah, here we go. This is the last one I'll tell. And it's probably the weirdest story I have. Now, I don't know if this is true in every SAR unit, but in mine, it's sort of an unspoken regular thing we run into. You can try asking about it with other SAR officers, and even if they know what you're talking about, they probably won't say anything about it. We've been told not to talk about it by our superiors, and at this point, we've all gotten so used to it, it doesn't even seem weird anymore. On just about every case where we're really far into the wilderness, I'm talking 30 or 40 miles, at some point we'll find a staircase in the middle of the woods. It's almost like if you took the stairs in your house, cut them out, and put them in the forest. I asked about it the first time I saw some, and the other officer just told me not to worry about it. But I was told very emphatically that I should never go near any of them. I just sort of ignore them now when I run into them because it happens so frequently. Well, that's intriguing. What happens when you go near them? Are we ever going to find out? Here we go. This is part 2. There was a lot of feedback on the stairs, so I'll touch on them briefly. And I'll also include a story. They come in a variety of shapes, sizes, styles, and conditions. Some are pretty dilapidated, just ruins. Others are brand new. I saw one set that looked like they came from a lighthouse. They were metal and spiral, almost old-fashioned. The stairs don't go up infinitely, or farther than I can see, but some stairs are taller than others. Like I said before, just imagine the stairs in your house as if someone cut and pasted them in the middle of nowhere. I don't have any pictures. It's never really occurred to me to try again after the first time, and I don't really feel like risking my job over it. I'll try again in the future, but I can't really promise anything. Oh, okay. So he just kind of talks about these random stairs that appear in the middle of nowhere and then moves on with his life like it's no big deal. There's something off about it enough that he goes, oh yeah, that's a little weird, and then he's like, but we don't really worry about it. Here's a big long one. Okay. Now on to a couple of the stories my friend told me. I mentioned that you were all interested in the stairs, and you're in luck. He had a close encounter with them. Though he doesn't have any explanation for them, he does have a bit more experience with them than I do. My buddy has been an SAR officer for about 7 years. He started when he was a junior in college, and he had a very similar experience when he first encountered the stairs. His trainer told him almost the same thing mine did, which was never go near, touch, or ascend them. For the first year he did just that, but apparently his curiosity got the better of him, and on one call he broke away from the line and went to go check a set of them out. He said they were about 10 miles from the path where a teenage girl had vanished, and the dogs were following his scent. He was on his own, lagging behind the main group. When he saw a set of good gravy. When he saw a set of stairs off to his left, they looked like they were from a new house because the carpeting was pristine and white. He said that as he got closer, he didn't feel any different or hear any weird noises. He was expecting something to happen, like bleeding from his ears or collapsing. But he got right up to them and didn't feel anything. The only thing he said that was odd was that there was suddenly no debris on the steps. Oh, there was absolutely no debris on the steps. No dirt, leaves, dust, or anything, and there didn't appear to be any signs of animal or insect activity in the immediate area, which he found strange. It was less like things were avoiding them, and more like they just happened to be in a relatively barren part of the forest. He touched the stairs and didn't feel anything except that sort of sticky feeling you get from new carpet. Making sure his radio was on, he slowly climbed the stairs. He said it was terrifying because of the way they'd been stigmatized. He wasn't really sure what was going to happen to him. He joked that half of him expected to be teleported to some other dimension, and the other half was watching for a UFO to come swooping down. But he got to the top with little event, and he looked around, and he stood there looking around. But, he said, the longer he stood on the top step, the more he felt like he was doing something very, very wrong. Interesting. He described it as the feeling you'd get if you were in a part of a government building you had no business being in. Huh. As if someone was going to come and arrest you or shoot you in the back of the head at any second. He tried to brush it off, but the feeling got stronger and stronger, and that's when he realized he couldn't hear anything anymore. The sounds of the forest were gone, and he couldn't hear his own breathing. It was like some kind of weird, awful tinnitus, but more oppressive. He climbed back down and rejoined the search, and didn't mention what he'd done. But, he said, the weirdest part came after. His trainer was waiting back at the Welcome Center after the search ended that day, and he cornered my buddy before he could leave. He said his trainer had this look of intense anger, and he asked what was wrong. You went up them, didn't you? My buddy said it wasn't phrased as a question. He asked how his trainer knew. The trainer just shook his head. Because we didn't find her, the dogs lost her scent. My buddy asked what that had to do with anything. The trainer asked how long he'd been on the stairs. My buddy said no more than a minute. The trainer gave him this really awful, almost dead-eyed look, and told him that if he ever went up another set of stairs again, he'd be fired immediately. The trainer walked away. Guess he's never answered any of the questions my buddy has asked him. I guess he's never answered any of the questions my buddy has asked him about it since. Weird. I would like to hear more about these stairs. I'm not sure I believe any of it, but it's intriguing. According to SignalHorizon.com, the mysterious stairways have appeared in at least 7 countries, including the US and Belgium, where the country's highest peak features a staircase to the sky. Well, do they just disappear? Like if you go back to the same place later? Are they still there, or are they gone? Woman explains why you should always stay away from random staircases in the woods. Ah. Sharing a spooky warning about random staircases. Let's see. Jesse V has grown a large platform following on TikTok of over 4 million people. Apparently I've been reading too much. She explained, if you ever see a random staircase in the woods, you have to get away as fast as you can, never climb them. There was a story going around a couple of years ago stating that there are abandoned staircases in national forests around the world. Like deep in the forest, away from everybody. Anybody. Just a staircase, no other structure attached to it. Some stairs are in ruins, some are perfectly sturdy, some are iron spirals like the kind you'd find in a lighthouse, and they literally just reach up to nowhere. Let's watch that.
If you ever see a random staircase in the woods, you have to get away as fast as you can. Never climb them.
There was a story going around a couple years ago stating that there are abandoned staircases in national forests around the world.
So is that the Reddit story she's mentioning? I guess I didn't need to pause for that. Go away.
Deep in the forest, away from anybody. It's just a staircase. No other structure attached to it. Some stairs are in ruins, some are perfectly sturdy,
super stable.
Some are iron spirals like the kind you'd find in a lighthouse. And they literally just reach up to nowhere. And there are so many different theories as to why these stairs are there and what actually happens when you climb them.
Only a few have ever dared to climb the staircases, and the people who have report feeling unnerved and unwelcome or even nauseous when they're up on the stairs.
Some people say the stairs lead to another dimension. Other people say it leads to hell. Others say that's why so many people and kids go missing in national forests, because they climb these stairs and they're never seen again.
Alright, that was interesting. In the Reddit story, when he's talking about his buddy, he said that he knew the trainer knew the guy went up the stairs because they never found the missing kid. I don't see how that's correlated. I guess a connection that would make more sense is if she went up the stairs, they never found her. But I don't know. This is the first time I'm hearing about these stairs. This here from TravelerMagazine.net just looks like part of a ruin. That doesn't look abnormal at all. It looks dope. I'd totally walk up those stairs. But that doesn't look unusual. This defines what a staircase is. That's incredible. What is certain is that we cannot imagine staircases in the woods that are detached from its context. It is an element of passage or conjunction. A staircase that leads nowhere would make sense. A staircase that leads nowhere would make sense. Okay. On the contrary, let's face it, it would disturb us even a little bit. Here, basically, the meaning of the story told on Reddit by Search and Rescue Woods. Right. So, he's not the only guy that has mentioned it, right? Because that's kind of where all the sources are leading back to. Let's see. When? 2015. And that was... Okay, that's his first post. Here's another one. Do you think we should tell them that the Stairs in the Woods series isn't real? But all stories are real. Alright, let's see what Historic Mysteries has to say. That looks like that same picture we saw earlier, just from a different angle. Go away. Let's see. Mysterious stairs in the forests of the world. Surely some of these staircases in the middle of the nowhere may have been part of a town or building that has long since crumbled to the ground. However, some of them seem new, almost like someone had put them there yesterday. The very first stories that surfaced on Reddit opened the floodgates for more and more people to come forward with their own accounts of random stairs in the woods and parks. What seems to have just begun as a creepypasta phenomenon became a string of stories recounted from both rangers and the public, mostly in the eastern U.S. However, soon stories poured in from other nations, including Portugal, Norway, and the Philippines. As it turned out, mysterious staircases in the forest are not uncommon, and many of them have been around for centuries or millennia. Here's the deal. If someone goes around saying, "Hey guys, I found some stairs in the woods," and you take like a Photoshop picture of random stairs, or even something like, go away, something like this, that is probably just from an old ruin, and you go, "Look at these weird random stairs I found in the woods," of course other people are going to come forth and say they've seen them, even if they hadn't. That's just how humanity seems to work. I do have some beliefs in some aspects of the supernatural, but this is just tickling my something's weird here bone. And I live in a desert, so there's not really any natural forests where I'm from. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. But just, I don't know. Of all the things, like, I do appreciate that it's not like, "Ooh, I was struck by a sudden force as I walked up the stairs," or "I looked around and I was in a new place." The subtlety of it makes it good. A nice little story, a little more believable, you know? The subtlety of just, I didn't feel good, or I felt like something was wrong. But I don't know, it's just, now I'm sure there's absolutely random stairs in the woods, especially like those spirally ones. If there was like a playground there at some point, boom, there's your spiral stairs. However, just seeing them randomly, I don't know, that sounds made up to me. Of course, maybe I'm being over skeptical. See, here's all of these pictures look like this. They all look oof. They all look like part of some ruined structure that has long since crumbled. Ones like that, honestly, believable. Something else could have been up there. But like carpeted stairs, I have not seen a picture of those yet. See, something like that, that's a little weirder, but it's not, I don't know, concrete structure. Let's see, any more? That just looks normal. That's a house. That's a little weird because all of the supports are gone. I wouldn't walk up those, mostly because I don't want to fall. That looks photoshopped to me. Not bad, but you know, just like look at all of these. They're either old and broken down, or it looks photoshopped. This doesn't even look like it's in the middle of the woods. This is just this is attached to a house. Anyway, I don't know, like I said, something seems off about this. Oh, I forgot I was playing a game. Now I'm curious though, in the game, does the sound stop if I go up the stairs? Stand at the top for a minute, see what happens. Nope. Sounds like it's still birds. I'm just real curious. This looks like it was stitched together, but was it intentional? Because I'm gonna be honest, that looks dope. Oh, there go the sounds. Nice. Okay, well, there you go. I don't know what the point of this game is supposed to be. Okay, so I actually looked into it a little bit because I wasn't sure if that was the end of this, like the whole point of this game was just walk up the stairs. Apparently there's a little bit more to it. So hooray, you get gameplay and education. Lucky you. There was a point when standing at the top of the stairs, the birds stopped chirping. Almost immediately this time, dang. Oh, just kidding, they're still going. So we're gonna chill up here for a minute and see if anything happens. Anything weird? Do I get teleported to another dimension? Am I gonna black out and wake up on a new set of stairs? Oh, there go the birds. Guess we'll just stare out at the horizon, admiring the trees. Oh. Oh. That's not birds. Hey, yo, what? I appear to be swaying. I'm not moving. I'm not doing that. My necklace chain on the back of my neck just kind of fell a little bit, and it spooked me. Okay. Alright, this is what I'm here for. Oh, there we go. Heart pounding. Breath exaggerated. Is it getting dark, or is that... Am I delusional? Well, now I'm curious. Is something like gonna show up? Dang, and to think there was nothing going on in here. Oh! What are you? What if I turn around and then turn back? Oh, he's just still there. Turn around and look this way, and then turn back. Nope. Okay, look down a little bit at my swaying feet, and then look. Okay, no, he's just chilling. Is that gonna come to fruition? Is anything gonna happen, or is he just gonna hang out there? Are those white things his eyes? Kind of appear to be. Alright. I'm kind of scared, actually. I'm a little nervous. Guess I'm going down the stairs. Should I have waited there longer? Is that it? Okay, well, I accidentally exited the game. I was trying to pause it, so that didn't work out so well. So we're gonna try that again. I guess I'll just stand there until something else happens. Don't worry, I'll cut to that, so you don't have to sit and watch me walk upstairs again. Alright, here we go. He's just disappeared again. So I guess we'll hang out here. He didn't seem to appear behind me at all. Maybe if I wait long enough, he will. He's gotta show up. Like, surely that's a thing. He's gotta show up, like, behind me or something. Whoa. Later that night. Oh, no. I am heavily reminded of Slide in the Woods by now. Oh. Where are the stairs? Also, is that a massive beehive on the ground? Screw that. Oh, hey, I found the stairs. Oh. Oh, I see. I'm gonna follow the blood streaks, I think. That's more intriguing to me than going up stairs again. Oh. That's not me, is it? Now I'm gonna go toward that thing. Just kidding, I'm not. I'm going up the stairs. Alright. Congratulations. Lachlan Shelton. I was gonna sleep tonight. Okay, well, there you have it, everyone. The stories are all true. This game is like a documentary, pretty much. Are there documentary versions of games? There are now. This Lachlan guy, Lachlan Shelton, has made one. Do not go upstairs if you find them in the forests. Mostly because they all look unstable, but also probably because you'll get killed by some shadow demon. And we don't want that. Thank you, everyone, so much for joining me on this adventure. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.
Turn it on.
Oh, I just realized I've always talked about how much I love stairs. But this one just ruined that for me. Dang it.